1 to Newbie. So count 0-1 to Newbie. Rollins hoping to get a key out here in the third. That thing sent down that first baseline and very foul. It's the sound of a car alarm, as I think they were teasing. That is definitely coming from the PA system. But still fun nonetheless. Count is 0-2 to Newbie. Tries to get him to chase a fastball upstairs. Newbie holds off. Count now 1-2. So again, big opportunity here for the Thunder to get themselves on the scoreboard. The bases are loaded here with 1 out in the bottom half of the third inning. Here comes Rollins with the pitch. This thing crushed out to right field, giving Chase his little dike, and it will be beyond him, and that's going to be a big extra base hit here for the Thunder. It brings in 2. That is going to be an RBI, 2 RBI double there by Reggie Newbie. And this ball game is all tied up once again. The score now 2-2 after the big hit there by Newbie. Reber now over at third base. Scores Kubler and Irvin. So again, the score now 2-2 after the big blast there by Reggie Newbie. As Cole Rollins kind of has had a rough inning here in the bottom half of the third. Allowed 3 straight walks, and it ends up biting him there on the big oppo taco there by Reggie Newbie. 1 out, 2-run double, and there is going to be a pitching change here. That is going to be, I believe, Wally Averett on the bump now for the Golden Eagles. They're getting his first warm-up pitches in, and coming in a pretty hard situation with runners on second and third and only 1 out here in the bottom half of the third inning. So again, the score now 2-2 after that big double there by Reggie Newbie. And yes, that is Wally Averett on the mound for the Golden Eagles, another one of the key seniors on this particular ball club. Averett, in his lone appearance this season, ended up taking one of the losses this season. Pitched 4 innings, allowed 7 hits, 5 earned runs, walked 3, and struck out 5. So was the starter in that one and got tagged for the loss. But an opportunity to come in relief of Cole Rollins and stop the bleeding here in the bottom half of the third inning. And be able to give the Golden Eagles hopefully some quality innings afterwards as well. Again, really until the bottom half of this inning, Rollins had been very impressive. The first 2 innings, very solid. Struck out 3, really had solid command. Felt like he was kind of in cruise control and was going to be in a good place for the rest of this ball game, but then had those 3 straight walks to start off this inning and really put himself in a hole. And then Reggie Newbie did a great job of reading the pitch and sending it the other way and getting that 2 RBI double. So it is Jake Bean digging in now for the Thunder against the new pitcher Wally Averett for the Golden Eagles. That one in the dirt. Nice job there by Blanthorn to dig that up. Count is 1-0. just a bit low, moves the count to 2-0 to Bean. Bean in his first at bat took a walk, kind of trending in a similar direction after the first two pitches. A little discussion between Blanthorn and Averett. So 2-0 count here to Jake Bean. Runners on second and third for the Desert Hills Thunder. Score all tied up at 2, bottom half of the third inning. That thing fouled right over towards the Desert Hills batting cage. Count now 2-1 after the little squib foul ball. Again, view of base runners there for the Thunder. Reber at third. Newby at second. This thing hit out into right, and that is going to be another base hit for the Thunder, and it is going to score both of them. Reber and Newby score on the 2 RBI single there by Jake Bean, as this ball game really has just blown wide open here for the Desert Hills Thunder here in the bottom half of the third inning. Brings up the opposing pitcher, Caden Terry. Terry grounded into a fielder's choice in his first at bat, and he will take that for strike one. There is a pinch runner out there on first base for the Thunder, obviously wanting to give their catcher as much breathing room as possible, as that thing is laced right down the line and just foul. Great effort there over at first base by Crandall to try to snag that one. Count moves to 0-2 to Caden Terry. So one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Thing is really blown open for the Thunder here. 4 runs scored here in the bottom half of the third. That is just going to miss for ball one. So over there at first base pinch running is Cole DeCastro. So 1-2 count. Caden Terry hoping to keep the rally going here for Desert Hills, and it is going to be through. Another base hit for the Thunder. Big throw from right field, but it will advance the runner from first over to third. So DeCastro over there at third, another single, that one off the bat of Caden Terry, as the Thunder are indeed rolling here in the bottom half of the third inning. Brings up Blake Kubler. Justin Judkins once again coming into pinch run for his pitcher Caden Terry. So runners on first and third with one out here in the bottom half of the third. The score 4-2 in favor of the Thunder over the Golden Eagles. A rough third inning for Cole Rollins, and extending a little bit to Wally Averett here on the mound, as the Desert Hills lineup has found their groove here. So again, Blake Kubler up for Desert Hills. The count is 0-1. Averett with the 0-1 pitch. Instead, he will send the ball over to first. Trying to keep Judkins from getting into scoring position. Runners on the corners here for Desert Hills. Count moves to 1-1.
Expect it right here. Let's go defense on the right. Get it out. Cole, shorten up a little bit.
That thing launched foul.
Come on, Wally, hit a good pitch. Good one yourself, right here. Strike him out, throw him out.
So the final stat line for Cole Rollins, just want to update on that. So 2 1/3 innings pitched, had 3 strikeouts, but had 4 walks, 2 hits, and 4 earned runs, as he was responsible for the runs that have scored thus far, as the 3 walks were his, as well as
Wally, you gotta blow your neck here.
Reggie Newby. So unfortunately a rough half inning for Cole Rollins on an otherwise really good pitching performance. Nice pitch there by Averett. First strikeout of the ball game for him in a very key situation here. Now 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. We'll bring up the number 9 hitter for the Desert Hills Thunder, Luke Orchard. He's got runners on the corners and 2 outs.
Hey, we gotta get back here, let's go.
Averett hoping to get that last out of the inning, get themselves out of the jam here and get the bats back up. Hopefully cut into this 4-2 lead that Desert Hills has created. We count 1-0 to Orchard. In the dirt, it's past him. The runner from 3rd will score on the pass ball. There is DeCastro, who was pinch running for Jake Bean, the catcher. Judkins pinch running for Terry, moves over to 2nd base, so he is now in scoring position. So 2 outs here. Luke Orchard still up for the Thunder. The score now 5-2.
Come on, Wally. Come on, Wally.
A huge inning here for Desert Hills. And the count is 3-0 to Orchard. He does find the strike zone there on that one, though, so the count moves to 3-1. Three-one pitch from Averett. Gets some chasing. It will cause the runner to advance, though. So Judkins very busy on the base paths here in this at bat. So runner on 3rd. Averett with the full count pitch. That thing sent out into right field. Will it be down? It will be foul. So count moving to full here now for Luke Orchard. Again, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The score 5-2. Desert Hills with a big bottom half of the 3rd inning here. 2-run double by Reggie Newby. 2-run single by Jake Bean. And a single by Caden Terry. That is going to wrap up the bottom half of the 3rd inning. A big 3rd inning on both sides, but in favor of Desert Hills, as the score is now 5-2 heading into the 4th. We'll get you that action when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport: paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? Come to the guys you trust. The Car Guys are part of the Blue Diamond Auto Group, and they have the best selection of quality vehicles at the best prices for your budget. The Blue Diamond Auto Group with the Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. We are here in beautiful St. George, Utah as part of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open. The game tonight, the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles up against the Desert Hills Thunder. We are in the fourth inning of this one, a big third inning for both teams. It started off with the Golden Eagles getting a two-run triple from Josh Crandall to get themselves on the scoreboard, but then the bats came out for the Desert Hills Thunder. A rough outing to start things off for Cole Rollins, gave up 3 straight walks, and then a big two-run double by Reggie Newby, followed up by a two-run single by Jake Bean. And a couple of miscues on pass balls led to a 5th run, so the score now 5-2 in favor of Desert Hills over Maple Mountain. Again, we are now in the top half of the 4th inning for this one. That is going to be taken for ball 1 by Dax DeWitt. It will be DeWitt, Johnson, and Horsley for the Golden Eagles here in the 4th inning. Numbers 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Takes a nice cut at that one, but it will be fouled away. Count 1-1 to the Golden Eagles designated hitter. Count now 1-2 after that one. Golden Eagles hoping to rally here against Caden Terry, who has only given up those 2 runs. Has otherwise been productive for the Thunder. 3 innings pitched so far, 4 strikeouts, 2 hits and the walk. Big swing, 1-1. Johnson was one of those with the crooked stat line early, was batting 1,000 coming into this ball game. So still having a pretty good season to start off. You will watch that one for strike 2. And he will go down on strikes looking at that one. 6 strikeouts in the game now for Caden Terry. That's 3 straight strikeouts. Struck out Little Dyke, DeWitt, and Johnson in a row. Horsley gets a piece. As they are calling, sounds like they're calling for potential catcher's interference, and they are going to get it. Nice job there of hearing that, and nice job by the umpire to call that one. As Horsley will get on via catcher's interference. Wally Averett now up for the Golden Eagles. Averett coming in to pitch in relief of Cole Rollins, who will remain in the lineup, but Toby Stoddart will be coming out of this one in terms of being in the lineup. So Averett will watch that one. Count now 2-0 to the relief pitcher for the Golden Eagles. He will watch that for strike 1. Nice patient approach here though from Averett. So 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th inning. 2 strikeouts thus far for Terry in the inning. Averett fouls that one off, evens up the count at 2-2. Struck out DeWitt, struck out Johnson. A catcher's interference there for Horsley. He sits over there at first base. Wally Averett up for the Golden Eagles, hoping to extend things, and he will go down on strikes. Another one bites the dust for the Golden Eagles. A strong top half of the fourth inning there for Caden Terry, who moves his strike count up to 6 at this point. Has been very impressive for the the Thunder on the mound. Moves us to the bottom half of the fourth inning and gives us an opportunity to thank our fantastic sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17 that make these broadcasts possible and makes it so you can watch baseball tonight. That is Mikkel Thompson and Hunter, attorneys at law, Lance Wilson, State Farm, the car guys at the Blue Diamond Auto Group, Driggs Mortgage Team, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, and Two Jacks Pizza. Again, a great night at the ballpark here in Desert Hills. It's the wind has calmed down a little bit. It's just a nice clear black sky at this point, and we're just out here enjoying some baseball. And again, I'm very impressed with the audience here tonight. There's actually a lot of people here watching these ball games, which I absolutely love, given the last year that we've had with sports and everything that's been happening with this COVID-19 pandemic of limited fans or fans here but wearing masks and not really able to sit with each other and limited capacity, all of that kind of stuff. And so it's just nice to be back to pretty close to normal here once again, as we see Wally Averett on the mound, who gave the Golden Eagles 2/3 innings in relief of Cole Rollins. Gave up 2 hits, did get a strikeout, but he did allow 2 of the runs that are accounted for by Cole Rollins, unfortunately, and then an earned run of his own. So the score 5-2 here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. It's a 1-0 count to leadoff hitter Carson Irvin. Count now 1-1 after that. Irvin struck out in his first at bat and walked as part of that big third inning. Holds off on that one. Count moves to 2-1. That one is in there for strike 2. Nice job of finding the upper part of the plate. So Irvin Kubler and Reber up here in the fourth inning, and that's a swing and a miss. Great pitch there from Averett. Second strikeout of the night for Irvin, and also second strikeout of the night for Averett. Up now is Peyton Kubler. Popped up to the second baseman in his first at bat and was part of the big third inning as well for the Thunder. Was one of the 3 walks that were issued. Count is 1-0. Count is now 1-1. Beautiful pitch there by Averett. Feels like Averett is starting to settle in a bit here for the Golden Eagles. A little bit in the dirt there. Count now 2-1. Count 3-1 to Peyton Kubler. After Kubler, the heart of the order coming up for the Thunder: Reber, Brooks, and Newby. Nice pitch by Averett. That curveball just dropped off perfectly. Full count now to Kubler. And gets another strikeout. Averett settling in very nicely here for the Golden Eagles, giving them a nice relief appearance. That's his 3rd strikeout. Brings up Chandler Reber. Reber with a single and a walk thus far in the game. So has a perfect on-base percentage. For all you geeky stat lovers out there, he's going to hold off on that for ball one. Reber, another one that scored in that bottom half of the third inning. So a very productive day at the plate for the number 3 hitter. And that is going to just miss for ball 2. That's a great pitch. They were able to groove that one in there. Count now 2-1 to Reber. That one just a bit upstairs. Count 3-1 to Reber. Brooks would follow him, and Newby would follow him in the Thunder lineup. But again, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th. That thing sent way up into the air. Getting a beat on it is Rollins, and he will bring it in, and that will be the end of the 4th inning. A solid inning there for Wally Averett. Puts a goose egg on the scoreboard. The score still 5-2. We'll get you the 5th inning when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson, and Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Well, it finally happened, Zachary. Somebody burned down my she shed.
The she shed was struck by lightning.
Zachary, is my she shed covered by State Farm?
Your she shed's covered, Cheryl.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
I definitely recommend the Driggs team. They're amazing.
Hi, I'm Greg with the Driggs Mortgage team, where we believe there's no substitute for experience. Stop by our office today on Main Street and let us help you get into your brand new home.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Inning 5 of this one between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Desert Hills Thunder as part of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open here in St. George, Utah. Again, we are at the beautiful field here at Desert Hills High School. This tournament is always a fun one to be part of here. And Maple Mountain has been a part of this one for the last couple of years. Always fun to be down here in St. George for these tournaments. In March, we will be here next weekend as well. As part of the Red Rock Classic, the Spanish Fork Dons will be playing in that one, and we will get you coverage of that next weekend, along with, obviously, all of the coverage that we can get here from the tournament here this weekend that Maple Mountain is in. We've got our game tomorrow against Mountain Crest. That will be at 11:30 in the morning. Very excited to get you coverage of that one. And we got a couple ball games as well on Saturday that you can tune into on Spanish Fork 17, as well as our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17, as we are underway here in the top half of the 5th. This thing sent way up in the sky down that third base line, giving chase, but unable to corral that in was Reggie Newby. To the count 0-1 to Mason Green. Green grounded out to the second baseman in the 3rd inning in his first at-bat. It will be Mason Green, Cole Rollins, and Jackson Hollingshouse for the Golden Eagles here in the 5th inning. And that is strike 2 to Mason Green. We do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Thunder. I will get you who exactly that is in just a second here. That is strike 3 to Mason Green. So the new relief pitcher for the Desert Hills Thunder is Peyton Kubler, who was over at shortstop. So he is coming in relief of Caden Terry, who had a really solid outing for the Thunder. 4 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 hits, 1 walk, and only allowed those 2 runs on the Josh Crandall triple. That is ball 1 there to Rollins. That evens up the count at 1-1. So Kubler on the mound for the Thunder. As Rollins is able to hold up there, count now 2-1. That thing sent foul. Count 2-2 to Rollins, who started off this game for the Golden Eagles and has since moved over to second base and stalled the first 2 innings, but then allowed 3 walks in the beginning of the bottom half of the 4th inning, 3 straight walks, and just kind of saw his start unwind from there, unfortunately, but hoping to help get things rolling here for the Golden Eagles in the top half of the 5th. The count is full. Kubler, the pitch. This thing going to be blooped into right field, and it will be down. Nice little 1-out single by Cole Rollins to get the ball rolling here for the Golden Eagles in the top half of the 5th inning. Just able to bloop that one just beyond the reach of the second baseman and the right fielder. Brings up Jackson Hollingshouse. Hollingshouse, one of the 2 that scored on the Josh Crandall triple in the 3rd inning, had a single in that inning. He did pop up to the second baseman in his first at bat, so sitting at 1-2 for the night. He will take that for ball 1. So Rollins on first, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. The score 5-2. All the runs scored in this ball game are in the 3rd inning. The 2-run triple by Josh Crandall for the Golden Eagles, and a 2-run double for Reggie Newby, a 2-run single for Jake Bean, and some base running shenanigans to account for the 5th run for the Thunder. But it's otherwise been a fairly quiet game here. Hoping to break the noise, break through once again are the Golden Eagles here in the top half of the 5th. Count 1-1 to Hollingshouse. And that is going to be strike 2, much to the chagrin of the Maple Mountain contingent here. It feels like there's been some pitches that were potentially closer that have been called balls, so it's understandable. So the count 1-2. Check swing up in the air, and that's going to actually play in quite nicely to the hand of the Golden Eagles. Well, they're just going to call him out and saying that he was not able to advance on that. Unfortunate. So it is 2 outs. Crandall down on strikes to Kubler. 2nd strikeout of the game for Peyton Kubler. My apologies, that's Hollingshouse that struck out. It is Crandall that is now up for the Golden Eagles. It did advance Cole Rollins over to second base, though, so in scoring position is the Golden Eagles' second baseman, and the big man himself, Josh Crandall, up. Crandall with the 2-run double in the 2-run triple, my apologies, 2-run triple in the 3rd inning. Hoping to do damage once again. Big swing and a miss. Count moves to 0-2. Feels like a big at bat here for the Golden Eagles with their guy Josh Crandall up at the dish and with a guy in scoring position. Swings through and misses. 3 strikeouts in this inning for the new relief pitcher, Peyton Kubler, throwing some absolute gas out there on the mound. So through the top half of the 5th inning, the score still 5-2. Moves us over to the bottom half of the inning and gives us an opportunity to thank our fantastic sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17. That is MVP Sports, the Car Guys at the Blue Diamond Auto Group, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Two Jacks Pizza, Lance Wilson State Farm, Mikkel Thompson Hunter, Attorneys at Law, and the Driggs Mortgage Team. Wally Averett still on the bump here for the Golden Eagles. Had a really solid past inning. So he's pitched 1 2/3, and he was able to get 3 strikeouts so far. Allowed 2 hits and does have that run that was accounted for him. So again, the score 5-2. Golden Eagles hoping to scratch their way back into this one. Could really use another goose egg on the scoreboard and to be able to get their bats awake and alive in the 6th inning against Peyton Kubler and the Thunder defense. Due up for the Thunder in this inning, Joey Brooks, Reggie Newby, and Jake Bean. 3, big number 3 for the Thunder, has struck out and flew out to right field. So 0 for 2 on the night, but certainly hoping for more from their cleanup hitter in at bat number 3. And he absolutely smashes this thing out to center field. But a nice play by Mason Green to range over there and make the play. Solid contact there by Joey Brooks, but just happened to be pretty close to the vicinity of Mason Green. So out number 1 here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, just what the doctor ordered for the Golden Eagles. Brings up another big bat for the Thunder, Reggie Newby, a 2 RBI double already in this one. So he's able to hold off for ball 1. Newby with really the signature hit in this ball game for Desert Hills, was able to cash in on the bases loaded opportunity in the bottom half of that 3rd inning. The count is 2-0, make it 2-1 after that nice pitch by Averett. Nice play over at short, sends it over, and it is beyond the reach of Crandall. And that will advance the runner. So Newby with the single and then advances on the throwing error. Hollinghouse was able to get to the ball, but not quite able to get in a clean throw. So runner at second now for the Thunder. That thing fouled away beyond the backstop. It's Jake Bean for the Thunder. Bean on the game, a walk and a single. Another one of them that scored in the bottom half of the 3rd. Ended up scoring on a pass ball. That just misses. Count is now 1-1 to the Thunder catcher. So Newby at second base. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. A little pickoff move. Averett, after coming in relief of Rollins, had a little hiccup there to start things off, but has since settled down quite nicely for the Golden Eagles. That one in there for strike 2. Strong performances thus far from both relief pitchers, as Peyton Kubler came in and threw a spectacular top half of the 5th inning, ended up getting 3 strikeouts. So again, score 5-2 here. Desert Hills over Maple Mountain as part of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open. This thing lined over to short. Hollingshouse with the throw. That will be out number 2. It does advance Newbie over to third base, but now there are 2 outs in the inning. Brings up Caden Terry. Terry starting this ball game on the mound for the Thunder. Solid pitching performance, 4 innings, 6 strikeouts. Allowed only the 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk. This one slapped over to second base. Rollins with the throw over, and that will end the inning. Once again, another solid inning of work put in by Wally Averett. It moves us over to the 6th inning of this ball game, which we will give to you when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? Come to the guys you trust. The Car Guys are part of the Blue Diamond Auto Group, and they have the best selection of quality vehicles at the best prices for your budget. The Blue Diamond Auto Group with the Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. We are in the 6th inning of this matchup between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Desert Hills Thunder as part of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open here down in St. George, Utah, again on the beautiful campus of Desert Hills High School. Score 5-2. Desert Hills over Maple Mountain. All 5 of those runs being scored in the 3rd inning, and the 2 runs for the Golden Eagles also being scored in the 3rd inning. Big swing and a miss there by Cooper Littledyke. 4, 5, and 6 up here for the Golden Eagles. Littledyke, DeWitt, and Johnson. That one gonna miss. Count 1-1. Littledyke on the game has a single, which he had in the 2nd inning, and he struck out in the 3rd. That one going to be down low. Count moves to 2-1. Interesting stylistic choice here with the 2 pitchers for the Thunder. Really complementary skill sets. Caden Terry came in left-handed, tossed kind of softer stuff, and then you bring in this hard-throwing righty Peyton Kubler. Got a little more velocity on his pitches and coming from the right side, so getting some different looks here for the Golden Eagles as Littledyke draws the walk to lead things off here in the 6th inning. Up now is Dax DeWitt. Has struck out both times he has been up in this ball game. So Littledyke now over at first base after the lead-off walk. DeWitt with an opportunity to keep the ball rolling here in the top half of the 6th. Need to do some damage here and quick to cut into this 3-run lead by the Thunder. And he will take that one upstairs for ball 1. I have absolutely loved the energy from the Maple Mountain dugout as that thing is fouled away. We are in the 6th inning and they are still yelling and hollering and screaming, and it is fantastic. So here comes the 1-1 pitch from Peyton Kubler to Dax DeWitt. He fouls that away. Count 1-2 after the foul ball. Littledyke at first for the Golden Eagles. Up next for the Golden Eagles will be Zach Johnson. After him will be Benji Horsley. That thing in the dirt. Doug dug nicely. Oh, but the throw was dangerous, but nice job there over at first base to keep it corralled in. So count 2-2 to Dax DeWitt. And he's going to take that one right down the pipe for strike 3. 4 outs for the relief pitcher, Peyton Kubler. All of them have been strikeouts. He has some very overpowering stuff. And again, with the contrast of the lesser velocity of Caden Terry, it's been an interesting look here for the Golden Eagles as that one grooves in for strike 1 to Zach Johnson. So 4 strikeouts already for Peyton Kubler in just 1 1/3 inning of work. A little pickoff move. So count 1-1 to Zach Johnson. 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. Score 5-2, Thunder over the Golden Eagles. Fouled it off. Johnson able to get a piece there. Count moves to 1-2. Again, Desert Hills is a very impressive baseball program. They've won several state championships and always churn out a quality team, and this certainly looks like another one of those quality teams as that one is taken upstairs for ball 2. But again, they're in a very tough region in Region 9 4A. They've got Snow Canyon and Dixie, and there's a little bit of a trip up there at the plate. And now Little Dyke in the pickle, and he will be run down, and that will be a rather unorthodox double play there by the Thunder. A strikeout at the plate, a little bit of a stumble and fumble, and they get Little Dyke in the pickle. So that will end the inning there for the Golden Eagles. It'll be 5 strikeouts for Peyton Kubler, and then they get Little Dyke out in the pickle. It moves us to the bottom half of the 6th inning, gives us an opportunity to thank our fantastic sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17. That is the Car Guys of the Blue Diamond Auto Group, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, 2 Jacks Pizza, the Driggs Mortgage Team, and Mikkel Thompson and Hunter Attorneys at Law. So Averett still on the mound for the Golden Eagles, has given them some really nice innings here in relief of Cole Rollins. 2 2/3, 3 strikeouts, has allowed 3 hits. Did allow the 1 run. It does go unearned as it was on a passed ball. He did allow the hit that scored a couple of runs that were charged to Cole Rollins as well, but once he got settled in after that bottom half of the 3rd inning, he has been pretty great here on the mound for the Golden Eagles and has done a good job of silencing this Desert Hills Thunder lineup ever since. Whereas his counterpart relief pitcher, Peyton Kubler, has been absolutely fantastic. 2 innings, 5 strikeouts, everything that you could have asked for the Thunder, and keeping the Golden Eagles at bay and keeping themselves in a place where they can win this ball game. Bottom of the 6th here, foul tipped by Blake Kubler. That one in the dirt. Moves the count to 1-2. Kubler, Orchard, and Irvin due up here for the Thunder in the bottom half of the 6th inning. That is going to miss as well. Evens up the count at 2-2. And that is going to be a strikeout. Great pitch there from Averett. Gets Kubler down on strikes. Brings up Luke Orchard, who struck out in his first at-bat in the second and grounded out to the second baseman in his second at-bat. So 0 for 2 on the ballgame for the number 9 hitter for Desert Hills. He squares up for a bunt and misses for strike one. That is the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Wally Averett, now through 3 innings of work. That thing fouled into the backstop. So Averett really establishing the strike zone here in this particular inning. Count now 0-2. Again, just very impressed with his relief effort in this one, especially these last couple of innings. Has been very, very good with his location of his pitches and has really just caught this Thunder lineup off guard. Count is now 1-2 to Orchard. He just misses another strikeout. Moves the count to 2-2. This thing sent high into the sky, out in center field. Giving chase is Green, and it will just fall in front of him. And that will be down for a base hit by Luke Orchard. Brings up the top of the order for the Thunder. Carson Irvin has struck out twice in this ball game, but was part of the big third inning. Was one of the walks issued by Cole Rollins and scored on the Reggie Newby double. He squares up for a bunt, and it is popped up, and it will drop just in front of the Thunder dugout for strike one. Always dangerous to see a bunt go up in the air. So Orchard on first base for the Thunder. One out here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Beautiful pitch from Averett for strike two, as his command has been sensational here in this inning. One out in the bottom of the 6th, 0-2 count. Irvin able to just get a piece of that one. Keeps himself alive here, 0-2. Orchard at first base. Irvin at the plate. Time for a little discussion from Blanthorne over to Averett. And Averett really good in this ball game so far. 3 innings pitched in relief of Cole Rollins, 4 strikeouts. His secondary pitches have been impressive to me. He's done a good job of changing up speeds, and his curveball he's been very selective with and has gotten some really good strikes from it. Again, this is a really good barometer matchup here for the Golden Eagles, as Desert Hills is one of the top teams in the state. They always are. A lot of the teams here in St. George tend to be pretty dominant, but this Desert Hills team is definitely among the elites in that Region 9 4A area of things. Big swing and a miss, and that is yet another strikeout for Wally Averett. It's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Brings up Peyton Kubler. Kubler 0 for 2 on the ball game. Popped up to second in his first at bat. Walked in his second at bat and scored in that 3rd inning, and then struck out in his last at bat. It's 5 strikeouts on the ball game now for Wally. That thing is up in the air, out in right field, giving chase and able to catch that one. That is the end of the bottom of the 6th. Averett with yet another clean inning here for the Golden Eagles, as we will move to the top half of the 7th inning, which we will get to you when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson, and Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Well, it finally happened, Zachary. Somebody burned down my she shed.
The she shed was struck by lightning.
Zachary, is my she shed covered by State Farm?
Your she shed's covered, Cheryl.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
I definitely recommend the Driggs team. They're amazing.
Hi, I'm Greg with the Driggs Mortgage Team, where we believe there's no substitute for experience. Stop by our office today on Main Street and let us help you get into your brand new home.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
It is crunch time here on Spanish Fork 17. We are in the 7th inning of this matchup between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Desert Hills Thunder. It is Benji Horsley up for the Golden Eagles. The score 5-2, a 3-run lead here in the top half of the 7th for Desert Hills. And it is big time rally time here for the Golden Eagles. That is going to be in there for strike one. Be Horsley, Averett, and Green up for the Golden Eagles here in the 7th inning. That one gonna just miss, moves the count to 2-1. On the bump for the Thunder is still Peyton Kubler, who's pitched 2 very solid innings of relief for Desert Hills. Has 5 strikeouts in those 2 innings. That thing gonna be low, as Horsley's doing a nice job of reading the strike zone. Moves the count here to 3-1. That one worked in there. The count is now full. And Kubler with some very good stuff. Honestly, his fastball is electric, and it's super fast as that thing is turned on there by Horsley, sent out to left field. Does a good job of just going with the pitch. Unfortunately for him, it is right at the left fielder for the Thunder. Blake Kubler making a nice play out there. So out number 1 for the Golden Eagles here in the top half of the 7th inning. It is Wally Averett hoping to add to his already impressive outing on the mound. Now it is an opportunity for him to get things rolling here in the top of the 7th for Maple Mountain. He will take that for ball 2. Nice patient approach here by Averett. Big swing and a miss there. Quality pitch there from Kubler. Upstairs. Count now 3-1. Averett can be a little more selective here with this 3-1 pitch. Watches that one for strike 2, so full count. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Desert Hills with the 3-run lead, hoping to close this ball game out. Solid rip by Averett, and it is going to be down for a 1-out single here in the 7th inning. Nice little inside out swing and sends it out to center field. Getting the ball rolling here in the 7th inning, which is exactly what the Golden Eagles need. It is, as I said, big time rally time. They're going to need 3 runs here to tie this ball game up. Brings up Mason Green. 0 for 2 on the ball game. Grounded out to second in his first. Grounded out to second in his first at bat in the 3rd inning, and then struck out in the 5th inning. So 0 for 2 on the ball game. And he is in an 0-1 count. He will take that for strike 2. Great pitch by Kubler. So 0-2 count, looking to protect the plate. Get something that can, at the very least, advance Averett over to second. Runs at a premium here in the top half of the seventh. Again, trying to climb out of this hole. Instead, it will be another strikeout for Peyton Kubler, his 6th of the ball game. Kubler sitting at 2 2/3 innings of relief with 6 strikeouts, having only allowed the 1 hit there by Wally Averett. And Golden Eagles are now down to their last out, and it is Cole Rollins up for the Golden Eagles. He will take that for ball 1. Rollins on the game, 1 for 2. Had a single in his last at bat. Walked in his second at bat and did strike out in the first inning. Showing a nice patient approach here against Kubler. Count is 2-0. Averett over at first base. Big swing there by Rollins. It will miss though, so count now 2-1. It's the first of 4 ball games that Maple Mountain is going to play in this one. This thing sent way up into the sky out in right field, giving chases the second baseman, and that is going to be it for the ball game. Desert Hills comes away with the victory, 5-2, a huge bottom half of the 3rd inning, the key for Desert Hills. We'll get you a recap of this one when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Need a new car or truck? Come to the guys you trust. The Car Guys are part of the Blue Diamond Auto Group, and they have the best selection of quality vehicles at the best prices for your budget. The Blue Diamond Auto Group with the Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
I definitely recommend the Driggs team. They're amazing.
Hi, I'm Greg with the Driggs Mortgage Team, where we believe there's no substitute for experience. Stop by our office today on Main Street and let us get into your brand new home.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes in Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17, giving you a recap of tonight's ball game. It's the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles against the Desert Hills Thunder. The final score 5-2 in favor of the home team here, again as part of the Desert Hills A-Trust Inc. Open down here in St. George. The key for Desert Hills was a huge 3rd inning where Cole Rollins ended up walking the first 3 batters, and then they got a big bases-loaded double from Reggie Newby, another 2-run single by Jack Bean, and then another runner scored as part of just some sloppy defense by the Golden Eagles. All 5 runs coming in that 3rd inning. 2 runs coming in the 3rd inning for Maple Mountain off the bat of our MVP Sports MVP, we're going to say co-MVP of the game, Josh Crandall. A big 2-run triple there in the top half of the 3rd inning that got the scoring going for both teams, but then the Desert Hills offense able to get running just a little bit more than the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles lineup was able to. And our other MVP of the game definitely has to go to Wally Averett, who came in relief of Cole Rollins. Was a little shaky to start off in that 3rd inning, but then settled down, ended up pitching 3 2/3 inning, had 5 strikeouts and then had 3 hits, allowed 3 hits, and allowed just a 1 unearned run. He did allow 2 of the runs for Cole Rollins, but really was able to come in and was able to keep the Golden Eagles very competitive in this ball game against a very, very good squad here in Desert Hills. Again, this is a top team in the entire state of Utah, and was a nice barometer game for the Golden Eagles, and gets themselves set up for the rest of this tournament, which we will be showing you here on Spanish Fork 17, which starts off with tomorrow morning's ball game against the Mountain Crest Mustangs. We will get you that live at 11:30 a.m. We're very excited for that one. Mountain Crest, another solid team that the Golden Eagles will get to sink their teeth into. So very excited for that particular ball game. You'll be able to catch that, of course, on the live channel here, Spanish Fork 17, or on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SpanishFork17. If you subscribe to our channel, you will actually get notifications of when we will go live. So get on the website, subscribe, and just enjoy all the fantastic content that we have on our Spanish Fork 17 page. Again, that is youtube.com/SpanishFork17. For our entire crew here at Spanish Fork 17, I am Angela Rose. This has been a fantastic night, and again, we're excited to get you more coverage of this tournament. Again, the final score for this one, 5-2. Desert Hills takes the win and stays undefeated against our Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. We will catch you tomorrow morning on Spanish Fork 17.